Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York
time.
February 13th, 8 o'clock America, New York. EPA Chief Michael Regan wants to advance environmental justice, with the energy industry's help. Michael Regan loves a good photo op. The EPA administrator spent much of his first 2 years in office crisscrossing the country, attracting a phalanx of local reporters wherever he turned up.
Time.
February 13th, 8 o'clock America, New York. Mars CEO. Your people are your biggest asset. Show them you mean it. Why should I work for you? And what good are you doing for society? When I graduated from university in 1992, I wouldn't have dared to ask such questions at an interview. I was just happy to get a job. But today it is usually one of the first things we hear from people at the start of their careers.
Time.
February 13th, 8 o'clock America, New York. How Mardi Gras traditions helped New Orleans LGBTQ communities thrive. In New Orleans, like in many other cities and towns, it was once a crime for men to dress as women in public. But in New Orleans, an exception was often made on one special day.
Time.
February 13th, 8 o'clock America, New York. Financial literacy is the civil rights issue of this generation. In today's rapidly evolving world, the concept of civil rights has expanded beyond traditional boundaries. While equal opportunities and social justice remain essential, there is a new frontier that demands our attention: financial literacy.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 13th, 8 o'clock America, New York. This Valentine's Day, more people are saying, "I love you," to themselves. Self-gifting soars, with half of U.S. adults single, and many others refusing to settle for dud presents.
Fox World News.
February 13th, 7:59 America, New York. Thailand's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra to be released after being granted parole. Thailand's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has been granted parole after serving a prison sentence for corruption and abuse of power, officials say.
The Independent.
February 13th, 7:59 America, New York. Watch live. Massive nor'easter snowstorm blankets New York City. Watch live as a massive nor'easter snowstorm blankets New York City on Tuesday, the 13th of February. Copyright Getty.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 13th, 7:59 America, New York. The Morning Ledger. U.S. companies are hiring fewer people for roles related to ESG issues. CPI ahead. Plus, Carl Icahn accumulates a stake in JetBlue Airways.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 13th, 7:57 America, New York. OPEC sticks to oil demand growth view, lifts economic forecast. OPEC left its expectations for global oil demand growth unchanged, but raised its economic forecast amid easing inflation and anticipated interest rate cuts.
BBC News World.
February 13th, 7:48 America, New York. 4 Armenian soldiers killed in new Azerbaijan border flare-up. The attack is the deadliest since Armenia and Azerbaijan began discussing a peace deal.
PowerPost. February 13th, 7:45 America, New York. CDC plans to loosen COVID isolation guidance. For the first time since 2021, the CDC plans to align its COVID isolation recommendations with guidance on how to avoid transmitting flu and RSV, officials told The Washington Post.
RT World News.
February 13th, 7:39 America, New York. U.S. secretly seizes Venezuelan jumbo jet. American officials claim the Boeing 747 aircraft previously belonged to a sanctioned Iranian airline.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 13th, 7:38 America, New York. Financial Services Roundup. Market Talk. Find insight on Macquarie, DBS and more in the latest market talks covering the financial services sector.
Time.
February 13th, 7:35 America, New York. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in UAE on 7th trip to nation, cementing ties. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived Tuesday in the United Arab Emirates on his 7th trip to the nation, preparing to be feted by tens of thousands of his countrymen ahead of elections back home in the coming months.
Wall Street Journal World News.
February 13th, 7:33 America, New York. Energy and Utilities Roundup. Market Talk. Find insight on Equinor, Beach Energy and more in the latest market talks covering the energy and AMP. Utilities sector.